Now you've learnt all about link wheels, and you can see that link wheels are very, very powerful from the point of view of SEO. They're very good at getting your website ranking higher in the search engines and getting you traffic and getting you basically earning a decent amount of money. They really, really can help. So they're a very powerful tool for SEO. But they are time consuming to create if you're doing them by hand. If you're using software, then obviously it's a bit quicker. If you are outsourcing it, then obviously it takes no time at all for you to do it. But it's very, very worthwhile for you to do this. It really, really is. So you do need to spend the time doing your link wheels, but if you do, the rewards are quite significant. It's going to help you get your money site to the top of the search engines. And what is that going to do to you? Well, of course, it's going to help you rank well and get good quality traffic. So when your money site is in the top 10 of Google, you're going to start seeing a good amount of income from it. You have to remember, most people don't go beyond the first page of Google when they're looking for results. So get your site ranking well in Google, and typically it will rank well in other search engines too. So with your link wheel spokes, particularly if you've done some of the promotion that we spoke about earlier for the link wheel spokes, you can quite easily start to dominate the top 10 results with your link wheel and with your websites. And of course, what does this mean to you? Well, it means that you have a higher percentage of somebody coming through to your site and through to your money site. So for example, if in the top 10 you have one entry, you have effectively a 10% chance of someone coming through to your website. Now, if you've got 8 entries in the top 10, you have an 80% chance of somebody coming through to one of your websites. So you have a much more opportunity to funnel people through to your websites. So link wheels are a superb way to get good rankings and large amounts of traffic. And of course, that's the fundamental part of internet marketing. You've got to rank well in the search engines, and you have to have traffic. If you don't have traffic, there is no point you being in business. You are not going to make any money. So it's very, very important that you use link wheels and you use them well, because they're going to help you to overcome some of the major issues that internet marketers face when they set up business online. Now, when it comes to content, you may use unique PLR or spun content. It depends upon your strategy and what you're after achieving. If you are after dominating the top 10 and getting some good human visitors, you're going to use mainly unique and well spun content. If you are not that fussed about human visitors and you're just doing it for the links, you probably use PLR that you haven't changed, or maybe just automated spun content that you're not too worried about if it doesn't make sense. So you have to decide before you start your link wheel what strategy you're adopting. Are you aiming for human visitors, or are you just going for the backlinks? And that will affect how you use your content. Now, you have to be careful when you create your link wheel that you don't leave a footprint. Obviously, the search engines are very smart. The people that run them and work for them know what we as internet marketers do. They are effectively watching over our shoulders all the time. So if you leave a footprint, you're likely to find your site being deleted. So if you apply the techniques we talked about within this program, randomize the orders that sites link, randomize where you start, use different names and IP addresses, change the keywords you use sometimes, all of that is going to help you avoid leaving a footprint. And it's going to mean that your sites won't get deleted. Now, some of the Web 2.0 sites are very, very militant in being anti-internet marketers, because basically, let's face it, in general, internet marketers don't add a lot of value to these sites. They just want to slap up some information to get backlinks without concern about the community of the site. So if you are overly commercial in your Web 2.0 sites, then you can expect to see some of them being removed, because these people will notice them and go, well, I don't want that on my site, and delete it, which is fair enough. It's their prerogative, it's their site. So if you concentrate on providing good quality information and not being too commercial or too blatant about your promotion, you're not going to have any of your sites removed. Once you've created all the spokes, you need to do some basic promotion of them. So you ping them, social bookmark them, you may do some article marketing, or RSS feed submission, all that sort of thing, to help those those spokes of your link wheel rank and rank well. Because of course, if they're ranking well, that is going to help you with your traffic. Because of course, it's going to the link love is going to flow through to your money site and boost your money site up the search engines. Now, don't forget, you can outsource your link wheel creation. Now, it's not going to be the cheapest thing to do. It is quite labour intensive, but it can be very, very effective. I mean, searching around on some of the sites we've looked at, I've seen people that will do your link wheel with 60 spokes for $60. Though I've also seen people that will do you 20, 30 spokes for $150 to $200. So you have to shop around, but remember, you get what you pay for. So if you pay peanuts, expect monkeys. So outsourcing isn't exactly cheap, but it's a way of getting good quality link wheels created. So it is something to consider. But you can also, of course, make link wheels for your link wheels. If you're really serious about boosting your site up the search engines, do a link wheel for your link wheels. Instead of link wheels around your money site, have a network of domains that you own and host, and boost those up with link wheels. And that's going to really, really help. You end up with quite a complex network of sites, but you end up with some very, very good rankings and a complete domination of the search engines. So what you will do is, remember, you'll create a link wheel effectively for every single keyword you want to rank for. You will use your main keywords 70% of the time and your other keywords 30%, but effectively you're going to create a link wheel for every single keyword that you want to rank for. And what this will do is this will boost your money site up in the search engine rankings for all of those keywords. So link wheels are a very powerful component of any SEO strategy, and if you're really serious about internet marketing and really dominating the search engine results and making a good go of it and getting some serious income, then you really need to be thinking about using link wheels. You'll get some fantastic results from them. They're very, very worthwhile using, and once you've got the hang of creating them and you understand how they work, you're not going to have any problems creating them. It's not going to take you too long to do. I mean, it's not a quick process. Don't expect to have a 60 spoke link wheel done in an hour. Expect it to take you some time to do, but you'll get the hang of it and you'll be able to do it very, very well. So, link wheels are going to help you massively in your business, because you can end up with a network of sites that dominate the search engines. You can find, if you've got lots and lots of spokes for your link wheel and you promoted all the spokes, you could end up owning pretty much 80 to 90% of the top 10 or top 20 or even top 30 of the search engine results. Now, obviously, that means for you a much, much higher chance of people hitting your money site and much more traffic. So through a link wheel and a network of link wheels, you can create this powerful network of sites which are driving you traffic and increasing your earnings. So you have all the tools that you need now to go and create your very own link wheels. So let's start creating link wheels, apply what you've learned, and enjoy the results, because the results are pretty spectacular, I can tell you that. And I think you'll be very, very pleased once you started creating link wheels and seeing what effect they can have upon your business and your income. And using these link wheels, you can live the internet marketing dream. So let's talk about link wheels. Well, what are they? Link wheels are basically interconnected groups of sites. They're a set of Web 2.0 properties that link to each other and push a central money site higher in the search engines. So basically, you can think of it like a wheel. Each spoke of the wheel is a link from an external site. In the middle of the wheel is what we call your money site. Your money site is the site that's going to earn you money directly. So it could be your sales letter, your AdSense site, your CPA offer, whatever it might be. It's all there, all in the middle. So basically, you create this wheel of sites around it that link to each other and link to the central site. It's a very, very effective way to help you increase your search engine rankings. You can get a massive boost up the search engines by doing something as simple as creating these sites, particularly if you pick authority sites that are ranking well in the search engines anyway. So it's very, very effective, and what you'll find is you can start to dominate the top 10 search results in Google, because your Web 2.0 properties are going to start to rank, but on top of that, you're going to get ranking from your money site. So, with this you could get, 5, 6, 7 or more of the top 10 results if you do it properly and follow through what we're going to teach you. Now, the only downside of link wheels is they can take a little while to create. They're not exactly quick, and they can be very, very time consuming. So, it can take you some time to do it, and I think this puts a lot of people off creating link wheels. People are excited, they're keen to have a go, and then they realise how long it's going to take, and it puts them off. But it can provide you with a really good kick up the search engine, so honestly it is worthwhile doing. Now, whether you choose to do it yourself, use software, or to outsource it is entirely up to you. It's your choice how you do it, but we're going to talk about those options as we go through it. But whatever your traffic generation strategy is, whatever your magic formula for getting yourself to the top of the search engines is, a link wheel should become a component of it, because it's very, very useful. Particularly if you create a link wheel per keyword, you can end up with a very, very powerful network of websites that are really going to help you dominate the search engines. Now, what's in this course? Well, this is a complete step-by-step guide to link wheels. Now, I know there's some other training out there. You'll find the odd PDF telling you a little bit about link wheels, but this is an absolute step-by-step guide that tells you everything you need to know from start to finish, including some really advanced techniques. So we're going to discuss a lot in this video series. We're going to talk about the content that you need, where to get it from, what to use, and how, depending upon your strategy for your link wheel, you'll use different types of content. We're going to talk about how to create a link wheel as well. I'm going to show you how you do this. It's not particularly difficult to do, but I want to show you exactly how you create a link wheel. I'm going to talk to you about some advanced link wheel techniques as well. Now, there's plenty of techniques you can use, but I want to show you some particularly effective ones to help you really maximize the results you get from your link wheels. Now, of course, one thing you can do is all these spokes of your link wheels are independent websites. What happens if you promote those and get them ranking? Your money site will get extra link love and get a good boost up the search engine. So we're going to talk about that as well. It's very, very important. It's really going to help you. We're also going to talk about outsourcing, because I think outsourcing is very important when it comes to link wheel creation. Sure, you can do it all yourself, but at the end of the day, it takes time, and it's time you could be spending doing something else. So I'm going to talk to you about how you outsource your link wheel creation and give you a lot of tips as well. Now, a lot of people don't like link wheels because they say they don't work because their sites get deleted and removed and delisted. Now, that doesn't happen if you follow the tips I'm going to give you. I'm going to show you tips for success that are really, really going to help you succeed with link wheels. And of course, it's going to be a lot more. This isn't just about link wheels. You're going to learn lots more information about internet marketing, traffic generation, and so on. There's going to be an action-packed course full of information. So you may want to get yourself a pen and paper and take some notes as you go through, because we're going to cover quite a lot. So I hope you're ready for us to move on now. We're going to start talking more about link wheels right now, and I'm going to show you a picture of a link wheel and tell you more about how they actually work. We've talked a lot so far about how to create link wheels, how to get them ranking, but one of the big issues that I want to address in this video is the fact that many people complain that their link wheel properties get deleted. So they spend ages creating a Web 2.0 site and then it gets removed. Now, you're creating these sites on somebody else's property. Effectively, you're going to somebody else's house and you're sticking a poster up on the wall. Now, some of these sites are more militant than others. Some of them are very anti-internet marketers, and obviously they want to look after their visitors, they want to provide value to their visitors, and they're not there solely to help you make money and boost your sites up the search engine rankings. They're there to provide a service to people, and we are basically, as internet marketers, taking advantage of their generosity in order to make money ourselves. So how do you avoid getting your Web 2.0 properties deleted? Well, firstly, it's important to add value with your link wheel spokes. When you create a link wheel spoke, don't just blast out any old rubbish, because frankly, that's not going to do well. You're going to end up finding them deleted. If you've got good quality information and you spend a bit of time to make the link wheels look nice, then you're going to get some good quality results. They're not going to be deleted. So you have to remember that your link wheel spokes need to add value, particularly to your readers and to the site that you're creating them on. So promoting and creating junk link wheel spokes is going to invite them to be removed and deleted. So when you are creating these posts, don't be overtly commercial. You know, if you basically your link wheel spoke is all about buy this product, buy this product, buy this product, it's likely to be deleted. What you need to do instead is to review the product or talk about the subject and recommend the product, something like that. If you're too commercial, you can find that your sites are going to get removed. And some are worse than others for this. You know, Blogger is well known as being very overtly commercial sites. So you've got to be very, very careful in how you create them. But if you're thinking about adding value and thinking about a real person visiting that site looking for information and you are providing them with that information, then you will not have any problems with your link wheels. The last thing you want is for any of your spokes to be deleted. Yeah, if you've built up the page rank of one of the spokes and then it gets removed, that's a problem. You know, you spent a lot of time and effort on it. So, you know, you need to really value your spokes and treat them well, and that will help you to rank very, very well for it. Now, this is one reason why some people will create their own network of domains they own around their money site, is because that way, if a spoke gets deleted, they're not really that worried about it. They're still going to be doing okay with it. But basically, the whole aim of this exercise, if you like, is to avoid leaving any footprints. You do not want to leave footprints that say this is a link wheel. You've got to remember the search engines are smart. Google in particular employs people with brains the size of planets. You know, they are smart. They know what we're doing. They are sitting on our forums. They are subscribed to our newsletters. They know exactly what we are doing and how we do it. And, you know, they're going to let some of it slide, but, you know, the search engines are there to provide accurate search results to the people that use them. If they don't do that, then they will lose their position as a search engine. People won't use it. It's happened in the past. Many, many years ago, Yahoo were the #1 search engine. Their results weren't very good, and Alta Vista came along. Their results were better. Everyone moved to Alta Vista. Then Google came on the scene. Their results were even better. Alta Vista is, you know, died and forgotten as far as many people are concerned nowadays. But for a time, Alta Vista was the search engine of choice. So the search engines are there to give a good search experience and good results to their users. So, you know, if they think that people are trying to manipulate the search engine results and basically, you know, promote junk, then they're going to remove them. They're going to do something about it. Remember, some years ago there was the big Google slap where all the junk IM sites, information sites, were removed overnight. So you've got to avoid leaving footprints, and that's part of what we're going to discuss in this video. So you always need to randomize your link wheels. Randomizing the order of the sites that you create and how they link is all going to help remove footprints. If you always do Squidoo to Blogger to WordPress to Hub Pages to Webpack to blah blah blah, then it's a dead giveaway. But if you randomize it, then obviously you're removing a footprint. It's not going to be obvious that it is a link wheel. You know, sometimes you may break the link wheel and not link to another site within it, but link somewhere completely different, or just to the money site, or to an authority site, or something like that. And creating randomness like that helps remove the footprint of a link wheel. The other thing you can do that is very, very effective is to add new content over time. So you create your link wheel sites and you go back a week later and put another post on, increase the length, you know, a week later add some more. Because most sites within the link wheel only have a single post on. So by creating it with 2 posts and then adding more over time, instantly you're stepping away from the whole I'm a link wheel thing, and it's looking more and more natural, and that's what you're after. You want your sites to look like they are naturally created by a real person in order to share information, rather than something that has been created solely to promote your money site. Now, one thing you can do that I find to be highly effective is use different names and email addresses. Go to Yahoo, Gmail, wherever it might be, create multiple email addresses and then use different names. And if you do that, then obviously that again removes the footprint. If you've created 100 sites pointing to you and they're all in the name of Fred Smith at fredsmith@yahoo.com, then that's a big footprint. What I would tend to do, and this is me personally, is I would go to on each Web 2.0 site, I would use a different email address. I would create a brand new email address somewhere and with a different name, and I would use that to create the site, and that is going to be very effective, because obviously you've removed the big footprint of the same name and email address. Now obviously, yes, it's a little bit more work, but you're building a network of sites that's 100% natural and is going to last. Now, there is automated software on the market that will create link wheel for you. However, I've tried 3 different pieces of software now, and honestly, they're all problematical. They really are. The trouble is creating a link wheel is a complex process, and much of the software relies on scripting. So it relies on being able to go to the site, and the software knows that if it clicks here, it goes to the next page. If it fills in this information here, it does the other, so it all relies on the page looking the same. Now obviously the Web 2.0 sites realize that people are creating automated software, so what they do is every now and then they'll just move a checkbox or a button or something else, and then you'll find that your software doesn't work. I've used a few pieces of software, and honestly I'm not happy with any of them. They've been notoriously unreliable and flaky, basically, is the only way I can say it. And I think that's because of the complexity of the software and what it's trying to do. But there is automated software out there that you can look at and you can try to use. Some of it's better than the others, but ultimately at the end of the day, nothing is going to beat manually creating automated your own sites yourself. Automated software, yeah, it's going to be okay, but it's not going to really replace the effectiveness of manual creation. Now if you're creating many of these sites, if you're going to create 10 sites on Squidoo in a day, you may want to use some sort of proxy in order to disguise your IP address. If Squidoo sees somebody from one IP address creating lots and lots of sites, then obviously that's going to raise a big red flag for them, so they're going to investigate. So if you disguise your IP address, then obviously that's going to help you to be able to create more sites without getting, shall we say, caught. So when you're starting your link wheel, don't always start on the same Web 2.0 site. A lot of people will always start on Squidoo or Hub Pages or whatever it might be. Now that's a footprint. Randomize it. Don't start on Squidoo and then move to the same one. Pick a different site at random. You've got a big list of Web 2.0 properties, just pick one. Doesn't matter where you start, you'll work your way through them all. And remember, don't work on your link wheel in the same order. Linking in the same order is a massive footprint and a big giveaway. If they keep seeing these networks of sites cropping up that always link from a certain way and then through to a money site, you're going to lose out. So randomize everything about how you create your sites. The more you randomize it, the better it's going to be for you, because there is not going to be any footprint and it's going to look 100% natural. And finally, what you can do is occasionally link to other external sites. Linking to other external sites is going to do you a lot of good, because Google likes to see information sites linking to authority sites. So what I'll often do is I'll link to a page on, say, Wikipedia or a manufacturer's page or something like that, in order to show that I'm not just promoting my own stuff, but I'm also linking through to known authority sites in the niche. And what that does is, again, make it look 100% natural. And finally, 70% of your links need to be your main keyword and 30% your other keywords. Again, this is randomizing it and making it all look very natural. So the links between your link wheel spokes and through to your money site, 70% of them your main keyword and 30% other keywords. And if you apply these tips and what you've learned here, you will do very well. You're not going to find your link wheels being deleted or removed, and you're going to get some very good results. Now, when it comes to outsourcing your link wheel creation, you do need to be aware that you get what you pay for. Now, if you pay a decent amount of money, you are, in most cases, likely to get a decent service. If you don't, then the chances are you may not. So be aware that if you pay peanuts, you're probably going to end up hiring a monkey. So this is one of the places you can come. It's called Digital Point Forums. If you go to forums.digitalpoint.com, you will need to register before you can post. It's free to do so. Just click on the link up here. Now, Digital Point is, how should I describe it? Now, without offending anyone, it's sort of like the poor man's warrior forum, if you like. The warrior forum is quite high class, and you can find link wheel services there. But the Digital Point is a bit, shall we say, more. If you want to compare it, let's think of the Warriors Forum as, like your Macy's or your high-class store somewhere, your Tiffany's or a big mall or something like that. Whereas Digital Point is more like sort of a tiny street market somewhere in the corner of Marrakesh. There's lots of people screeching and shouting, lots of people ready to rip you off and pick your pocket at a drop of a hat. Whereas, in your high-class mall, you're not going to get that. So come here, with your hand firmly on your wallet and be prepared. So the reason I'm showing you is its big advantage is you can get some seriously cheap work done here, and I mean seriously cheap work. I mean, I had somebody, if you know OnlyWire has 40 services on it, social bookmarking sites. Somebody from here. I paid $15 to create 5 email accounts and 5 accounts on every single one of those social bookmarking sites. So that was 40 times 5, 200 social bookmarking accounts. So you can get some seriously cheap work here, and people think it's great. Now the $15 I paid for that wasn't the lowest bid. There was bids a lot lower than that. So be aware that you can get some great deals here. So what you can do is you either post a thread saying that you want to buy. Now, if you're selling something here, you can see these 2 posts here. It has a WTS and a WTB. If you want to hire somebody, you'd put WTB want to buy, and you put something like want to buy link wheel creation services. And what it will do is that people will answer you. You'll get deluged with people wanting to do it, varying levels of skill. So you have to set your criteria and say, well, don't give the amount you're willing to pay. So what you do is you say, I want someone to create me 60 Web 2.0 sites on a list of sites that I provide, using a separate email address for each one, providing me with a report of all of the sites created and the user ID and password and email address and password used for each one. And you say something like, provide me with a quote on how much you will want to be paid for this, or let me know how much you want to be paid to do this work, and people will come back to you. If you set a budget, then people will always say, well, I'll do it for that much. So if you ask them to quote, you'll get a wide variety of answers, and some low, some high, and then you can have a bit of research, look at each one, look at people's iTraders, which is like their feedback, it's how well they performed, and then you can pick somebody from that. That's usually how I do it, and you find some good people. So it'll be somewhere here under services. Let's have a look, like under traffic, for example. So you can see here there's all sorts of people selling traffic, lots and lots of people. So what I'm going to do, let me find somebody who will do some link wheels for us. So here we have someone that will do a link wheel and ping your site at the same time. Here they tell you the information, and here's the pricing. Okay, if we look here, you can see 60 spokes, $60, 100 spokes, $120. So that's not really bad pricing, to be perfectly honest. So I think it's very good. So yeah, he doesn't perfectly interlink them, so they don't raise a red flag. He pings them, which is good. And I know this particular person will provide you with a reporter where he's put all your links as well. So they're all on sites from page rank 1 to 7. So very, very good. He will do these link wheels for you. So all you need to do is a keyword, URL, article, and an email address, and there you are. So, I mean, this is a good one. I mean, he's shown you a picture of a link wheel there, which I'm sure you're familiar with after seeing our diagrams earlier on. So, I mean, this is the sort of service you can get on here. And if you just do a search, type link wheel in there, you'll find people that will do this for you at a variety of prices. Now, you may not be entirely comfortable, perhaps, with using digital points. So, you may want to use a site like Elance or Rent-A-Coder or Guru.com or Freelancer.com or whatever it might be. Using a site like that, you can obviously find people and you can hire them to do a specific job. Now, with these sites, you can obviously expect to pay a little bit more, but you can still get some very, very good pricing done on them for you. So, you know, consider using these sites as well. I mean, I'm not going to go through using Elance or any of these sites at all. But what I will show you last of all is this. If you do a Google for link wheel creation or something like that, you'll see people here that will offer you the service. So if we just click at one at random, let's just try this one here and see what it says. I mean, here's one of the companies. I don't know how much I trust them, because let's face it, they've got an error up here. They don't have any pricing on it either, which instantly puts me off. However, one thing they do, which is rather nice of them, is here you are. Here's some very nice ideas for sites that you can use. So there's a number of sites here you may want to use: Zanga, LiveJournal, News Alloy, and so on. So some good ideas here. But you can see what they do is they offer. They're not going to be cheap, because you get 7 unique articles written, 7 Web 2.0 properties, 1 custom video, your RSS feed submitted, social bookmarking of each site, and 2 links per. So yeah, they do a lot for you, but I imagine it's fairly pricey because they don't show you a price. So let's go back and have a look at another one. Let's just click on this one and see what this one says. Okay, so here's another one. Again, they've got a nice little picture there. Don't give anything away though. And you can see, what do? They give you 12 unique articles on 12 unique websites. All of them are social bookmarks. All of the RSS feeds. All of the articles get some backlinks to them, and it's 60 per link wheel. Or you can get a new complex one, which is $80. So that's not particularly expensive. That's not a bad price for 12 unique articles. But you saw over here on Digital Point, for $60 we were getting 60 sites. So you've got to decide what you want. These are obviously, they're doing it all for you. So with this one, you would have to write the article. You'd only have one article used, and you would have to then social bookmark it, submit the RSS feeds and everything else. That these will do it for it. So it depends upon your budget. It depends upon your strategy. If you've got the money, something like this is well worth doing. In fact, is it worth hiring somebody to do this full time for you if you can afford to? Otherwise, you may want to do it yourself, or just use a cheap service like this. I mean, this one here looks very, very good. It will do the job for you, and it's a good start. So yeah, it's a good start to use one of these. As I said, it depends upon your strategy and what you want to achieve as to which one of these you're going to use. But that's basically outsourcing. Remember, with outsourcing, you get what you pay for. So you're getting a good quality service here. They're doing quite a lot for you. I mean, to get 12 articles written, if that's $10 an article that you're paying a writer, then that's $120. I mean, even a cheap writer, you're probably looking at $60 for 12 articles. So that's a very, very good deal, really. So think about how you're going to outsource it, what you want to achieve. Know your budget and stick to it. Don't go spending hundreds of dollars if you don't have it. But outsourcing is really going to speed up the link wheel creation, because obviously you can focus on creating more sites or doing whatever you need to do, while somebody else is concentrating on building the link wheel and your business for you.